Google Pixel 8 series is going to be revealed in October, but we already know all the details. The Pixel 8 display will finally be bumped up to 120 Hz refresh rate after several generations of running at 90 Hz. This doesn't mean that Google is finally going with an LTPO panel for the flagship, but leaked info suggests that there will be new refresh modes, letting the phone choose between 10, 30, 60 Hz for power saving. The new display will be slightly smaller than Pixel 7 at 6.17 inches. The resolution will remain at Full HD+. On the plus side, Google has apparently chosen a brighter panel this year. 1,400 nits typical brightness compared to 1,000 nits on last year. Both models are getting a new sensor for their 50-megapixel main cameras. The ISOCELL GN2 is replacing the GN1 found in the 7 series. This sensor is larger and it has bigger native pixels. Binning down to 12.5 megapixel gives it an effective pixel size of 2.8 micrometer. The sensor can go the other way too, outputting 100 megapixel images, since each pixel has 2 photodiodes instead of 1. The main difference here is that the GN2 has an improved AF method called Dual Pixel Pro. The 2 photodiodes on the GN1 split each pixel vertically. The GN2 has a diagonal split instead, so that it can detect phase differences both vertically and horizontally. The Pixel 8 Pro is also getting an upgraded ultra-wide with the Sony IMX 787-64-megapixel sensor. For comparison, the 7 Pro has a tiny 12-megapixel sensor with 1.25 micrometer pixels. Finally, there will be nothing new on the selfie cameras. They will just use the 11-megapixel Samsung 3J1 sensor from last year. The Pixel 8 Duo will bring the 3rd-gen custom chip, once again coming from Samsung's foundries, and it be labeled as 4 nanometer. More importantly, it will jump 2 generations forward from the G2 in terms of hardware. The Tensor G3 will feature a single Cortex-X3 at 3.0 GHz, 4XA 715 at 2.45 GHz, and 4XA 510 at 2.15 GHz. For comparison, the G2 had 2 prime cores, 2 A78 and 4 A55 cores. We should see a big jump in performance and especially energy efficiency. That said, there are already A720 cores available, and the Cortex-X4 is lurking around the corner, so the G3 will quickly fall behind the competition. As for the GPU, the G3 will jump to an Immortalis G715 with 10 cores at 890 MHz. This GPU has hardware support for ray tracing, and is also a couple of generations newer than the Mali G710 MC10 of the G2 chip. You can also expect a faster NPU for Google's AI magic. Interestingly, there will be an additional sensor on the Pro, an infrared thermometer. In this time and age, being able to measure your body temperature is a useful feature. The Pixel 8 will allegedly come with 128 GB or 256 GB of storage, which is exactly like its predecessor. But there is also a 512 GB version on Pro model. Of course, Pixel 8 series comes with Android 14 out of the box, and with some AI magical features as well. That's all the information we got. If you are still watching, subscribe to get updates. Thanks for watching.